here. Okay, right, it's Tuesday night session, and tonight what we're going to focus on, I'm just checking, Kat, can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Are you all good? Okay, so tonight in this session we're going to focus on, and I think we've maybe done this before, is looking at the iliopsoas muscle. I'm sure you've done your yoga, so you'll be aware of your psoas. So your psoas muscle, big deep muscle, and it runs either side of the spine. So that's how deep your psoas is. It's not a surface muscle, really deep. So it's either side of your spine, and then it comes down. So you've got your psoas, and then you've got your iliacus that lines your pelvis, and then it comes all the way down, and it hooks onto inside of your thigh. So that's how. So it starts up here, all the way down the spine, round the pelvis, attachment points to the inside of the thigh. So big deep muscle. But this is a big muscle that's responsible for fight and flight. So if a tiger was to run in our room just now, the first muscle that's going to tense up is this iliopsoas. Or if someone was to come and give you a big fright, you would tense up here first. But this is also the muscle that tenses up with chronic daily stress. So the daily stresses we have, like work, kids, various things, and we get that build up of stress. Also when we're feeling nervous, when you get that gut wrenching feeling in your tummy, that's your iliopsoas responsibility. So it's a muscle that responds to stress, and it'll tighten up. So what we're going to work on tonight is just some nice Pilates exercises to get that iliopsoas lengthened and strengthened a bit. So I'm going to start in our feet. Starting off in our feet tonight. But I'm going to just give everybody a little pre-warning. So sometimes when we work on lengthening the iliopsoas and just try to release a bit of tension, some people can get quite emotional. So if at the end of tonight you end up start crying, I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame for it. Okay. So probably you just release some stress from that. Hopefully you'll be fine. Anyway, we're going to get moving. First thing all I'm going to begin to work with is an exercise. If you think about those attachment points that come down and hook onto the inside of the thigh, those nice external hip rotations are quite nice. And we do these quite a lot. I quite like this, just to loosen up those hips. Okay, so just make sure we're nice and tall, make sure you're breathing. Excellent, and I'm not going to do too many. I'm going to bring those legs in, and we get in a position that we quite often don't use a lot in Pilates. We take the legs quite wide, probably just wide, shoulder width apart, maybe slightly further. But we're turning those toes out, so we're externally rotating those hips. And this might feel a bit weird, because so far I've got it standing in this position, feet facing forward. Okay, and then all we're going to gently do is just lengthen one leg. So we've got a little lunge on one side, and then a little lunge on the other side. So we're just feeling the inside of the leg get a nice stretch. Oh, my legs are tired. I've talked quite a lot the past 2 days. My legs are starting to feel it. So if I look a bit wobbly tonight, that is why. Can't believe it's only Tuesday. And if you're not getting much of a stretch, maybe you need to take those legs a little wider. And you might just want to just hold it. Just be mindful of those knees and just feel that stretch. Right down that leg. And we switch over. Give that other leg a nice big stretch. Awesome. And we come all the way back up. We keep those feet there. Have a nice big breath in. So as we breathe in, we bring those arms all the way up. And then a big breath out, big squat down. And then a big breath in, bringing those arms up. And a big exhale as we squat down. Don't worry about your squat being too perfect. As long as we're getting a bit of a bend in those knees and hips. If you have to adjust those legs, that's fine. So we're breathing in as we come up. And then exhale as we come down. There's 2 more. So squats are great for the glutes. Want to get those glutes working in the bum. Excellent. We come all the way up. We clasp those palms. Top of our head, having a big reach. Awesome. Going to hold them there, but bring those legs in. That's us. And then we're going to take our right leg, cross it over our left. And then sort those feet. Make sure those feet are nice and secure. And we have a big bend to the left. Bending like a banana. Make sure you're breathing. Excellent. Move a big breath in. And then that exhale is going to bring us all the way back. Oh, cool. And then we take those arms all the way up again. Clasping them above our head. Going to take our left leg, cross our right leg, and then have a big bend to the right. That was my floorboard that just creaked, in case anybody thinks it was my bones. A very creaky floorboard. Make sure you're breathing. And a big breath in, and that exhale bring us all the way back. Let those arms go. You might want to give those arms a nice big circle. So I'm going to keep working on some nice stretches. Thinking about getting that iliopsoas right in the centre of the body. So getting some nice side bends in is super for it. Okay, but this time, how's our balance? See how our balance is? Okay, so I'm going to bring our arms out in front of us. Relax those arms, they're resting on top of each other. Make sure those shoulders aren't up here. Bring those arms down. With a nice breath in. So we exhale. We rotate one direction. That inhale's going to bring us back. And then that exhale's taking us the opposite direction. And then that inhale's bring us back. Now I'm going to make this a little more challenging. You could stay here. Or you could come up onto one leg. Or if that feels too challenging, you could leave your toes on the floor as you rotate. Or you could do it on one leg. I've done this with my Monday night class last night. This gave them a real challenge. Good. I'm bringing my toes down to the floor tonight. So I've got my toes on the floor. I'm taking it a bit easier. We come all the way back to middle. We have to give those arms a little shake. And then we're going to bring them all the way back up again. And switch sides. So the toes could be on the floor as we rotate. Pick out that leg forward. Or we could be on one leg. It's very tricky. Good. Well done. And we go one more to the opposite side. Good, all the way back to the middle. We have to give those arms a big shake. Lovely. Okay, going to work on some nice roll downs. We're just rolling all the way down, tucking that chin in and coming all the way down. Keep those knees soft. And just let that spine get a nice length in. And just taking your time. And all the way back up. If you want to get your breathing integrated into your moving, we could inhale when we're tall. Big in breath and then exhale as we come all the way down, just rolling. Let that spine roll all the way down. Obviously, if there's any dizziness, keep your head level with your heart. And you might even just want to stay here for a few seconds and just let that spine get a big stretch. And those hamstrings. Awesome. And then just push it all the way up. Rolling those shoulders back. Oh, so that was quite nice to get that spine moving. Might want to give those shoulders a little rotate before we come down on our mats. Okay, so our very first position we're going to work on tonight, and I don't often get you doing this straight away, is down on our tummies. We're going to work on a different way to come down. How's our lunges? knee all the way to the floor. Keep in control. We don't want it to land with a thud. If you think it's going to land with a thud, you stick a cushion under it. And we're bringing that leg down. And we're coming all the way down. I'm just going to check actually if you can see me when I'm down on the mat. Coming all the way down to our tummies. Cool. Kat, can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I think the other camera can see me too. We are good. Okay. So we're down on our mat. Just let your spine settle. You might need to tuck your chin in slightly towards your chest. Lengthen those legs and just take a second or two to breathe. I've got my arms like a cactus. So we're just letting our spine settle. And then with every exhale, see if you can let your hips just relax a little further into your mat. Okay. All we're going to work on is our arms. So we've got our arms like a cactus, and I'm going to slide one arm, lengthen it all the way to the top of my mat, and then bringing it back to that cactus. And lengthening that other arm all the way to the top of my mat. And then bringing it back. And if you don't like being on your tummy, you could easily do this standing. Excellent. We're going to bring those arms in. And it's a bit warm tonight, so I'm not keeping our faces too long. I'm going to bring the hands in and then tuck those hands underneath your forehead, just to get a wee bit of height. Okay, and then the next one we're going to work on is alternate leg lifts. So we're just going to lift these legs, make sure the shoulders are away from our ears. Nice even breaths in and out. We're going to lift one leg from the hip, popping it down on the floor, and then lifting that other leg. And just keep them going, alternate leg lifts. So this is a great exercise for that psoas muscle because we're working right up the sides of the body, right into that lower back. I'll put some images into the membership so you can see some images of the psoas. It's one of my favourite muscle groups. Well done. I'm going to bring those legs in. Okay, for our next one, I'm going to combine those two exercises. So, come back down, bringing those arms out like a cactus. But I'm not going to do alternate arm leg, so I'm guessing, you're presuming, I'm going to slide opposite arm and leg. I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my right arm, but as I slide my right arm, I'm going to lift my right leg. And then I'm bringing those in, and then I'm going to slide left arm, lift left leg. Keep an eye on those backs. Well done. I'm going to bring both of those arms and legs in. And then gently, just let those buttocks relax if there's any tension in them. I'm going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. I'm going to just gently push back up to an all fours. Taking your time, just letting that back come up at its own speed. And getting some air, because it is pretty warm tonight, although if you're watching this video in winter, you'll be okay. Okay, and I just want to move that back about. So you might want to do some cat-cow, where you're tucking your head and your tailbone under, and bringing them up, looking straight ahead. belly back to a neutral position, and you can imagine you're like a doggy with a tail, and you're just giving those hips a wiggle side to side. So any sort of pelvic lower back movement's always good for your psoas. And then we make it a wee bit trickier. How's the neck's feeling? I woke up yesterday morning with a very sore neck. And how can you go to bed and then wake up injured? It must be something you do as you get older. Okay, so what we could do is as we tuck our bum to the right, can you turn right and look at your bum or your heels? And I'm going to tuck that bum, push that bum round to the left, and then we're turning our head round to the left. So get some movement right up the body. And then we come all the way back to the middle. Now, as long as those wrists are okay, we have been on all fours for a while. If you want, give them a little shake. But one of our best Pilates exercises for strengthening our psoas is one that we do quite a lot. You've done this loads with me if you've done quite a lot of videos or Pilates before. Our alternate arm and leg. One of the best exercises for strengthening that iliopsoas muscle. But really focus, be really precise. So how precise can we be? Although don't worry if you're just starting out and you're a bit wobbly, that's cool. Lovely, good, bring those arms and legs all the way in. Well done. Okay, we're ready for some tough choices. Some tough choices. Some tough options tonight. Okay, make it all the way around on our side. Grab a little drink if you need it, because it is very warm tonight. Although if you watch this in winter, you go, what are you talking about? Okay, coming down on our side. I'm going to make this a wee bit trickier tonight. Okay. So we're lengthening right out our mat. And just have a nice big breath in and out, just relax. So we don't want to lie in here like a big ball of tension. Okay, so you're probably going to go, Lisa, you're going to lift that upper leg. That is not anything new, okay? But what is a little bit newer tonight is we're going to make it a bit more challenging. So we could just stick with those leg lifts. Or we could change our start position. So rather than that upper foot lying on the lower foot, our start position is going to be about 6 inches off the floor. Okay, and then we're going to lift, hold, and then back down in that start position. So we're not resting that leg. Then we're lifting, holding, back down. Good, make sure you breathe in, so I would probably breathe in here. And then exhale up. There'll be pause, and then that inhale back down. Well done. Just think of the strength in those hips. Those hips might start to burn. Good, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to just let that leg, it's about 6 inches from the floor, back in that start position, pointing the toe. You might need to pop your fingers in front of you, but we'll see when you draw some circles. So are we able to do 5 circles one way? Or 3, or whatever you can manage, it is tough. Then we stop and then go the other way. We do 5 circles the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to lower that leg. Oh my goodness, how are those hips? They're probably feeling that. Okay, going to give this quad muscle a big stretch. Okay, so all we're going to do is lengthen those legs as much as we can and just relax. We're going to bend up that upper leg so you can hold over foot and giving that quad muscle a nice big stretch. And you're just going to breathe for the next 10 seconds. And then gently, just bringing that leg all the way back down. Oh, we have to give that hip a rub. Okay, we come all the way up. We do all that on the other side. We push all the way up. And switch all the way over. Oh my goodness, I'll be ready for my bed after this one. They're nice and long. And that's one of the nice things about Pilates. So you can do it ease if you're not particularly feeling 100% but you want to move. You could just stick with your normal little leg lifts, which are still really effective. And that's cool. Or you can make it a bit more challenging by lifting that leg about 6 inches off the floor. And then we're coming up, pause, and then all the way back. But we're not resting that ankle. So when the legs down, you could breathe in. Out breath is pushing it up. And then that in breath is bringing it back down. So you're probably wondering, what's your iliopsoas doing at this point? Okay, so what your big deep muscles are doing at this point is stabilising to hold you here. Good, and then we bring that leg down, we point that toe, and then everybody do our circles. Maybe 5 one way, and we stop, and then 5 the other way. And those hips are probably burning, just make sure you're breathing. Well done. And we bring that leg all the way down. Oh, good job. That was tough. Okay, our next set of exercises are over on our back. Take your time coming over. If you need a drink, grab a drink. I'm going to have a quick drink. I talked myself thirsty. Okay, coming all the way over to our back. Okay, and the next thing we're going to work on is, does your body do what your brain tells it? In theory it should. Okay, so we're on our backs, knees are bent, ankles are below the knees. Hang on, can I stretch my leg without hitting my weight? I can. Okay. So when we're on our back, quite often what I'll get you doing is alternate arm leg stretches. Okay, so this is what your body presumes. And the alternate arm legs comes easy because this is really what you do when you're walking. Okay, but I'm going to change it up a bit tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide right leg, right arm. And are we able to do 10? But I'm going to make it harder in a second. So we're doing right arm, right leg, lengthening both. Like I say, I'm going to make this harder in a second. So you could stay here, or you could bring that right leg to tabletop, and then you're lengthening. Back to tabletop, and lengthening, good, and back to tabletop. And I forgot to count, I've no idea where we are. Kat, if you get any idea, are you counting? And then you bring those arms and legs in, and we switch to that other side. Just reset that spine, make sure you're nice and long, and we switch to that other side. So we could start off just lengthening that left arm, left leg. And And then if you wanted to, you could bring that left leg to tabletop. And we're lengthening left arm, left leg. Back to tabletop. Well done. And then we bring that leg all the way down, bring that arm in. Okay, we make this a wee bit trickier. Could bring both of those legs into the chest for a little hug. Have a roll about. Okay. And then we could make that a little bit more challenging. Okay, so what we could do, but I'm going to switch this time alternate arm leg. So we could just slide alternate arm leg. Okay, you could stay here, or you could bring those legs to tabletop. You get the knees above the hips, the arms by your sides, and we're going to lengthen opposite arm and leg. Hold it for a second, and we're switching. And we're really getting those abdominal muscles working. Good. And we bring those arms, legs back, giving those knees a hug. Okay, I have just realised we didn't do our quad stretch on one leg. Do you remember what side we were on before we go back to that side? I was on my right hand side. It just totally slipped my mind. Well done. Okay, we'll throw it in now. We're back on that side we were on before we went our back. We'll reach down, taking a hold of that ankle, giving that quad, that hip flexor as well at the front, a nice big stretch. Just in case you were wondering, going, Lisa, you forgot to do that leg. I totally did. Forgot it. We're going to add it in now. I'm just going to sit here and breathe for 10 seconds. And then gently we're letting that leg go. Just in case you end up with one quad muscle stretched and one not. Okay, in your own time, we push it all the way back up to our bums. Oh, how are we feeling? We all doing okay? Oh, it's a little toughie tonight, isn't it? It's always a little toughie on a Tuesday night. Oh, I think I start off going, I'll be nice tonight. I was quite nice last Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're on our bum. Something we've been working on the past few weeks is a Pilates saw. So Pilates saw, we've got a couple of things, but quite a lot of things going on. So when these legs are extended out in front of us, these hamstrings are getting a nice stretch right down to these calves. Toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Okay, and then what we're looking for is a rotation. Okay, so your rotation is when we inhale, prepare, exhale, rotate. And then you've got a lateral flexion of the spine as you reach down for your pinky toe. And that in breath is bringing us all the way back. Big breaths, big breath in. So exhale, we rotate. And then lateral flexion of the spine as we reach pinky finger to pinky toe. And it is a tough one. You'll really feel those legs stabilising. Super, we come all the way up. And you might want to bring those legs in and give them a little window wiper to side if you like. Cool. Well done. We are nearly finished. How are we feeling? We all good? Okay. Do you remember how we got down onto the mat? We're going to do that coming back up. So we come all the way around to on all fours. As long as your knees will let you, or you can come up any way you like. Okay. We bring one leg up, one foot up to meet the fingers. We're tucking under those back toes. Big breath in. As we exhale, we push all the way back up. Oh, and back in. And we're up. Oh, good job. You might have to give those arms and legs a wee shake. You pedal the feet. Okay, final thing we're going to do tonight for our iliopsoas muscle is breathe. Okay, one of the best ways we can get it to relax is breathe. A couple of different ways: diaphragmatic breathing, lateral breathing. I'm going to do some lateral breathing tonight because that's what we tend to use in Pilates more. So your lateral breathing is when we breathe deep into either side of the body. So we take our hands and feel for a last rib. And just get a good hold of that last rib. Okay, let those shoulders relax. Okay, so as you breathe in, you want to send your breath down to meet your fingers so that your rib cage opens and pushes those hands away. And we breathe in. That rib cage opens. And then you exhale, the rib cage should close. So that in breath, the rib cage opens. And then the exhale, it closes. If anybody needs any help with this, let me know. Because some people can be in the reverse pattern. I do meet people who are in the reverse pattern for breathing. So generally as we want to breathe in, rib cage should open. And then exhale, it closes. And another nice thing we can do for our iliopsoas muscles is to relax our jaw. And you're probably going, Lisa, what's the jaw got to do with my iliopsoas muscle in the middle of my body? Okay, so your jaw, the floor of your mouth, is very closely connected to the floor of your pelvic floor, where your iliacus, your iliopsoas, runs through. So when you relax that jaw, you should hopefully notice your pelvic floor relaxes with it. Well done. And then just return to a normal breathing pattern. Well done. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that was useful. Any questions, you can let me know.